Well, Hillary Clinton is still ahead in most national polls, topping Donald Trump by an average of 5.5 points, according to Real Clear Politics. But our next guest says the race is much closer than that. Cliff Young is the president of Ipsos Public Affairs, which does polling for Reuters, and he joins us right now live. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
What do you mean the numbers are softer for her than they appear?
Well, definitely over the last few weeks, it's been kind of ugly for Donald Trump. He's down between 5 and 8 points. That's really indicative of his relative performance. But you can't just look at the horse race polls. We tend to do that.
Yeah.
The media does that. General citizens do that. But pollsters like myself, we like to peel away the onion and really understand the drivers of voters. And we look at what we call matchups, key matchups.
Okay.
We typically ask a series of issues and personal qualities, and then we ask how the candidates match up on those issues. If you look at the top 3 issues, economy and jobs,
right,
terrorism, and fixing a broken system, Hillary leads on the first by 5 points, and the next 2, fixing a broken system, and
it's a dead heat on terrorism and fixing a broken system. So then when it comes to economy and jobs, that's pretty much within the margin of error.
Yeah, it's close. In other words, we're not saying that necessarily it will narrow, because it really depends on Donald Trump being efficient, being on message, not coming up with random sort of thoughts like he does sometimes. He has to be really, really focused.
Right.
But the support for Hillary is softer than the horse race polls suggest.
You know, I have been reading online. There's a lot of different theories online about why some of the polls are so different. Some say that certain polls favor more Democrats. They have more Democrats than Republicans. When you put together a poll, you probably try to figure out what America looks like demographically according to the parties, right?
Yeah, of course. And so what we want to be is representative of the general population.
And right now, does it lean more to the left or the right?
The general population leans more to the left, but those who vote, it typically is split down the middle.
Okay.
Those who show up on Election Day.
All right. You also said that most elections, when it comes to the presidential race, are pretty cut and dried. But this one is a disruptor. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, so we have a database at Ipsos of 600 elections around the world. I call it the salad bowl approach, right? And about 85% of all elections are slam dunks. We know what's going to happen. More of the same, throw the bums out. 15% of the elections are disruptor elections. Past is not prologue. It's difficult to predict. And typically the population is fearful, angry. They believe the system is rigged against people like them. They don't trust politicians. And this is that sort of election. And indeed, that's why Donald Trump won in the primaries. That's why Bernie Sanders did so well. It typically favors an anti-establishment candidate, but we'll see, right?
Okay, a disruptor election. So in other words, right now, you can't tell who's going to win.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. Well, we'll know a couple weeks out, but right now it's difficult.
All right, Cliff, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right.